Today I'm going to try animating various things blindfolded. And by blindfolded I mean not blindfolded, and rather a black brush on a black screen. I did this 6 months ago and I think that went pretty well. But we're going to try 5 more little animation challenges, see if I can step it up. Maybe I got worse somehow. And let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to animate is a jump. A little jump on the spot. Maybe a bit like the 10-minute jump from my 10-hour jump animation video. I can do a thick torso. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, but you can see the cursor moving like this. So maybe you'll get an idea of what I'm doing while I'm explaining it. And I can show you some frames as I go. Without looking myself, of course. Okay, let's just try and animate a jump. So frame 1, this is the top. I'm going to have the head kind of in the middle of the screen. Okay, that seems fine. It's a big head. The torso seems a bit long, but that's okay. Just kind of standing there. Feet touching the bottom. Frame 2. And here's what frame 1 looks like. I'm gonna have him begin to squat. So the head was in the middle somewhere. And it was kind of big. I feel like frame 1 was really bad, but I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, that's frame 2. Did I not draw arms on? Okay, I'm going back to the other frames without looking at them and drawing arms, because I'm 90% sure I didn't draw any. They're gonna be so misplaced that it is funny. Head was kind of in the middle, so I just kind of draw some arms. I did draw arms on frame 3. Now, 4. I'm gonna go full deep squat. I have the head squishing as well, get some epic squash and stretch. I also forgot to draw the thick torso. That's fine. He can be a stick man. You can see the foot poking out the bottom there, but that's okay. Maybe one more squat frame. Extreme levels of squat. Now he's gonna, I guess, yeah, he can start rising. And the arms can start lifting up. So now he's really going for it. Okay, now he's gonna be full standing. Arms reaching for the sky. The size of this guy is definitely changing a lot. Just have the legs flying about the place. So I'm gonna have his head reach almost the top of the screen. Legs can curl up a bit, while his arms curl down a bit. I'm not so confident on the realism of this one. His arms are gonna be flapping all over the place. I'm having his right leg bent and the left one kind of going straight. And now I'm gonna have the arms straightening upwards, and now he's hitting the floor, so the arms are fully extended. Now he's going to go into squish mode. So fully squished up, kind of just redraw the squish frame again really quickly so I remember where it is. Now I want him to return to standing so that it can maybe loop. So this is theoretically going to look like frame 1. All right, done. Let's take a look at this animation. Stage to white. Yep. First frame, arms are very off, because I had to go back and draw them. And this is my blind jump animation. Oh! Wait, it's kind of epic. You get a really interesting look with these. It's like you're not bogged down in trying to make it look perfect or good. So you get this really cartoony and like energetic, sort of unique animation. I would say the timing's quite off, and the arms are quite literally off his body at some points, but pretty good. And now I'm gonna animate a run cycle. Last time I did a walk cycle, and this just feels like a natural evolution from that. Let's remember to draw arms. This has been a problem since the dawn of time for me. Okay, head up here, leaning forward a little bit. Kind of oval. Okay, this guy has long as heck legs. I should draw the arms right after the head. My feeling from that is the legs are far too short. No, the legs are too long, the arms are far too short. But I'll just keep going. Okay, so bending down a little bit. Let's draw the arms right now. I don't know if I drew feet last time, but I should draw feet just so they can plant themselves on the floor. I've lost where their legs should start. Okay, that's probably fine. All right, now the legs will cross over. Okay, those arms are bad. The leg is gonna go boom, starting to rise back up. I think this one is gonna have a lot of disjointed limbs, well, disembodied rather. Okay, so it's really about to lift off. Now we get the big mid-air action. Like this, yeah. Okay, I mean, that's enough for a loop, so let's see what we got. As expected, the arms are in the middle of the head. But this is my run animation. Ah, it's kind of a convincing run. The arms are just, again, not in the right place. Could be a little smoother, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's move on to the next one. So now I'm going to try to animate a lip sync, aka someone talking. But obviously I need an audio clip to animate, so I'm going to record something. I love cheese more than you could ever know. Powerful stuff. I have to actually put this on the computer. Alright, I've dropped the clip into Adobe Animate, and I guess I'm just going to try and lip sync it. But first I have to draw a face, or a head. Both. I have to draw a head that I can hopefully replicate. Draw these big 3 spikes, and then a giant angular head. Just a couple of eyebrows, some little dot eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Maybe the mouth can be a bit lower. And a neck, a big long neck that might be digging into the chin. It probably is. Now, I'm gonna try and redraw that. Get some squiggle vision going, and then 2 more times. I'm getting lazier each time, but maybe it's getting better. I think I drew the neck too long every time. Now he's gonna have to start actually talking. I love. Have an open mouth, then an L sound. It's like almost an L, and then it is an L. I don't want the animation itself to be an L. I really don't think anything's lining up in this. Kind of just an open mouth, and then the F. I feel like that mouth was high up, but maybe it's just been too high up the entire time. Consistency is key. Starting to say cheese now. Never mind how much the head shape is going to be changing. Right, let's see if the timing's actually good. I can listen to the audio and just see where the frames are. I love cheese more. Alright. Has to close his mouth on the frame after this one. I'll do big, wide eyebrows for this one, so then I'll just in the same place the whole time. I need the N sound. Then I just need the O sound, and that is it. Now I'm going to do a closed mouth and let it be. Let it be. I'm going to call it there. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Okay, first frame is actually not that bad. Looks like a dramatic pose in the wind. Okay, let's play it. I love cheese more than you could ever know. Oh my god. I love cheese more than you could ever know. It's a nightmare. I love cheese. Wait. Okay, at one point I drew 2 frames on 1 frame, which ruins that frame and the next frame. It ruins the timing of the next frame. I love cheese more than you could ever know. All things considered, that could have been worse. I think it kind of looks like he's saying it, I guess. It's a tad trippy. Well, that's pretty funny. Let's move on to the next thing. So I'm gonna animate a drop of water. I've had some practice with this, as you might have seen. That video did very well. So does that mean I'm good at it? Maybe, maybe not. But the thing is, this time I'm doing just black. And I'm not doing the 10-second version where it's just a line turning into dots. It's gonna have some volume, but with only a black brush. I don't know if I'll be able to depict shading and lighting that well. Frame 1, I'm gonna have a drop up the top. I rhyme like a slime. Oh, should I have it like hang there for a bit? I guess I should. Okay, it'll be like stretching, then it falls. It leaves a little trail behind. Then it's gonna hit the floor on this frame because it's sped up a lot. Okay, splash. I'm gonna just try and draw a splash shape. It's not normal to do this all straight ahead and without looking at it. And every element at once. Try and draw some little shading. I suppose I'll start a ripple as well at the same time. The splash is expanding. I'm trying to shade it in, which might just destroy what I've done. Now, the ripple is expanding out. The splash is dying down a little bit. I have these little bubbles of water flying all over the place. Okay, so the ripple is basically dead. Oh, I gotta have the secondary drop coming up. Okay, and the other droplets are almost gone. It comes back down, it splashes back up, then it disappears. Not too sure about that, but let's have a look. I'm gonna accept what it is, no matter what. Okay, here is my not quite blindfolded water drop animation. Oh, there's not as bad as I thought it would be. Pretty cool. Probably had it drop too close to the bottom of the screen. That is quite solid, or rather liquid. But I think it's on par with like my 1 minute animation from that video. Decent shapes, decent timing. The shading did, I think, add to it. So that's nice. Okay, very cool. Let's move on to the final piece of animation. Now it's time to animate a butterfly. Probably seems a bit random, but this is something I've done a few times, so I should be able to do it. But the thing is, I normally break it up into 3 steps. I kind of have to do them all at once because I can't go back and guess where things were. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's just a body and 2 wings, following a path. But the path is going to be invisible to me. So let's just give it a go. I'm going to start with the body coming in from close to the top. Then I draw a little wing. That's good enough for frame 1. Now it's coming in like this, and the wing is, you can see the other wing now, it's flapping down this way. How thick is my brush? It's a bit thick. Now this top wing can be flapping. All right, so now I want to have it swoop, get a bit of stretch going on. Stretching or smearing. So now I want to have the wings kind of flattening out, because really what you want is just a bunch of randomness to the wings. I don't think they're matching up to the length of the body I just drew, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's hitting the bottom of a curve now. So it's kind of slow at this point, but it's about to speed up. Okay, so now it goes zoom. That's a long body. Zoom. It's starting to slow down. Now it is slowing down a lot. Then you go like this. You can't see what I'm doing, but you probably get an idea. Look at this little brush go. We're about to leave the screen. So, last frame, just draw a little wing happening. 1 more frame. Okay. All right, I think that does it. Turn that stage to white. First frame, don't know what I expected. It's just a little parabola. Here's my butterfly animation. All right, it's actually quite nice. Looks like I forgot to draw wings on 1 frame, but I think that honestly adds to it, adds to like the flutteriness and randomness of the wings. Right there. I don't know if you can necessarily tell this is a butterfly if you weren't told, but if you were told, I think you'd believe it. So that's cool. Could arguably be a leaf flying in the wind very enthusiastically. All right, job well done, me. Well, there you have it. 5 blind animations, executed to varying degrees of success. I think I did quite well, honestly. But if I do this again, I might try to do something more complicated. See what happens if I try to animate cooking a meal or something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in about a week, and until then, drink water.